So talk to me about how someone would continue to foster this amazing relationship. Let's say their fiance does not put toothpaste on the toothbrush for them. Yet. The word is yet. But it's possible. So what would be some key practical ways that they could encourage further intimacy and growth and love in their marriage?
The only really begins with us. And
like us as individuals?
Yes.
Okay.
It's because we cannot command what we have first not demanded from ourselves. And when I say that, I mean that we have to know who we are, we have to love ourselves, we have to like ourselves, and that's a journey. That's a lot of difficult conversation, that's internal, that's a lot of internal work. But I think when that work is done, all the other rest, you would be surprised how simple and clear everything else is. You know what to command, you know what to expect. And the toothpaste is just sort of an example, but it's really, I remember when Ryan and I were first dating, and he would always walk so fast, ahead of me. And he wanted to wait for me, but I wasn't also, I said, Ryan, my legs are short, I can't walk fast. And I would tell him that. But he was so open to the things that I think were important to protect the culture of our relationship, in a sense that we want to be unified. That's just sort of an example, I think, of kind of intimacy, that we protect our unity, that even in walking together was important. But I had to communicate what I believe was important, and that he was open to it, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And in a relationship, you're constantly observing and assessing. So it begins with who we are, and an understanding of what we deserve, who we are, which is really the bulk of the work, is how are we showing up, and do we know who we are? Because you can't begin to process your relationship without processing who you are first.
Okay, so we're going to start doing the work for ourselves. So we're going to start, growing and making sure that we're constantly committed to growth. Yes. Is there anything else, like a second step that we could do? At what point do we ask for what we want? At what point do we talk to them?
At every point.
Okay, so we show up, so we're doing the work for ourselves, and then if we notice, hey, this would actually be really nice, then we request it?
Exactly.
Okay.
No, you first write a script.
Write the script.
Of how you're going to ask for it. And so, I really appreciate it if you X, Y, and Z. It really makes me feel so happy, beautiful, alive when you do X, Y, and Z.
Okay.
And you literally say it. But you say it in a way where you're not angry or upset. You're doing it with a level of intimacy, with knowing that the goal is for unity. And so you're not angry about it, which is sometimes often the case.
Right.
I asked for it, I did this and this and this, but maybe the way we asked for it wasn't exactly the way that we would get the results that we want.
Got it.
So how we ask, we absolutely have to ask. You cannot begin to sort of live a life that's alive and free if you're not communicating what you want.
Right, so we're growing first of all, and then we're writing the script, and then we go and we ask our fiance for what we're wanting, and then what else is there? What is maybe the third step?
You love on your fiance. And I think that gets intimacy is your total self, and it's really giving of each other. And so you want to know and you want to study how to love him, his love language, what works for him, how to honor him. And you were learning how to compliment your fiance and learning these things that really honor them, because you are, a lot of times we hold back out of fear, and so we don't give to serve who they are.
Right.
And we hold back because I think part of us isn't, maybe we're not confident about it, but I think that it's important for us to think of ways to serve who they are and their best self. That's also serving who they are, which goes back to our previous class, which is accountability.
Right.
Where we want them to become the best person, but I really think that you need to study how they want to be loved.
Got it.
Huge.
There you have it, guys. Top 3 tips to continue growing in intimacy through your entire life, so you can release the pressure and the overwhelm of thinking, this is it, it's all downhill from here, because January is showing it's not the case. You actually have a lot to look forward to. So try it out, let us know how it works.
It only gets better if you choose it.